he went up to his kid and ultimately just started saying, hey, why didn't you stop when I told you to stop? You should know better. Go apologize. Something along those lines, right? And that can be the reflex. You're like, hey, I told my child a couple times to calm it down. I even made the joke. They don't calm down. Now they're screaming. They're throwing a tantrum. Hey, enough of this. Hey, you should know better. We taught you better. Why didn't you listen before? Enough of this. Go apologize to the other people. Go apologize to the other kids. Go apologize to the one having the birthday. Go apologize. Now, this, as you know, goes against the golden rule. That rule being letting your child know that it's okay to experience whatever they're experiencing. Letting your child know that it's okay to feel whatever they are feeling. Hey, you're having a tantrum? You're having big feelings? None of that. You should know better. Go apologize. Not good. Okay, and what does this also do? Once more, what does this communicate to my kid? Well, one, it makes them feel like a complete idiot. You should know better, dumbass. That's what it communicates. You should know better. It's ultimately calling the person an idiot. Now, I know this saying is used quite a lot. You should know better. We taught you better. But be careful. Because once more, okay, look, we did teach them better. And it's very polite. I'm not insulting or yelling. I'm just saying, hey, you should know better. Yeah, but what does it communicate? Always look for the layer beneath. It communicates idiot. You should know better, but you didn't, so you're an idiot. That's literally what it's saying. So not only is the child now having a tantrum, not only are the feelings not acknowledged, but then it's, hey, not only are you having tantrum, idiot, idiot, idiot. And it also shows that you just don't understand them. There's not that connection there. And that can make things worse, right? Think of the last time you were having a hard time or were very triggered. Once more, what do you want? Someone to understand you. Someone to get what you're going through. Not someone to go say, hey, you should know better. And even with the go apologize, what does that communicate? Humiliation. Hey, go apologize. Now, there's nothing wrong with apologizing. And in certain cases, it's very important to apologize and to teach that to your children. Hey, go apologize. But there's a time and place. In the middle of a tantrum, in the middle of just, again, having those big feelings, that's not the time and place to go apologize. That's the time and place to work on those feelings, to feel through them, to acknowledge them, to validate them. Then after that, sure, hey, let's go apologize to the other kids. But not then and there. So again, child's perspective, one, I'm an idiot, right? We raised an idiot. Building on that, you should know better, double idiot. My father doesn't understand what I'm going through, and my father's saying, hey, humiliation, let's go apologize, right? And it's loud, so everyone's staring too. Now, of course, the boy said no, and this got the father more angry. And he started yelling. He's like, what's wrong with you? Go apologize. Now, once more, it's doubling down on the humiliation, but let this land too with anger. When you really let that take over and you snap like that, it shows, again, that you're not attuned with what the child is going through and you're more focused on what you're going through. It's more of like, why are you doing this? Why are you bothering? I just want to enjoy my time and have drinks with the other adults over there in the corner. Why are you doing this? This is about me now. And this is, once more, the same with that question. What is this communicating to my kid? Putting yourself in their shoes, one of the hardest things to do, especially in tantrums, because we always bring it back to us. How is this affecting me? How is my kid's behavior affecting me? How is what my kid doing or saying affecting me? And you really got to pause there. And trust me, for myself, it's hard too. I have to pause, put myself in their shoes, and it's like, hey, it's not about me right now. It's about them. Let it land. It's not about you in those moments. It's about them. And screw your little fun. Once more, what could you get? Okay, I could have some fun talking to the other adults, small ROI, or I could significantly help my child and improve their future and their self-esteem. I mean, it's an easy choice, but hard to see in those moments. Screw that. You can go have drinks with the other parents whenever you want. You can talk to the other parents whenever you want. You can make any other joke with the other parents about anything else but your children whenever you want. So again, this is seeing the layer beneath the surface, right? I'm just focused on my own feelings. And then of course it escalated to threats. What does that do? It puts them in a fear state. So it's just amplifying. Now, and this is again, my very logical, analytical, social skill background, understanding of trauma, deep inner work coming into play. If it sounds overwhelming, that's normal. This is something you work at, okay? And I'll talk about this later. But it didn't stop there. So threats, and then the mom got involved, right? So she came up, and she came up with questions. So she goes to the boy, and she's like, hey, so why do you think all this happened, right? Why were you doing that? Tell me. What's, what are you going to do now, right? Are you going to change? What are you going to do now with all this? Now, this sounds good on paper, questions. The same with, why are you feeling these feelings? Why do you think you're feeling this? Sounds good on paper, right? You might even see that question, why do you think you're feeling this? And think, well, that's acknowledging and validating their feelings. That's a great line right there. Layer deeper. What could this do? Put yourself in the child's perspective. What could it do? Well, one, it could overwhelm them, because not only are they dealing with what's going on inside, right, especially at a very young age, can't regulate their emotions. They're like, what's going on? What is this? But then you have someone else coming up saying, hey, you don't understand those feelings? Well, let me pile this on. Why do you think you're feeling those feelings? What are you going to do about it? Where do you think they came from? Why do you think this happened? Overwhelm. And going a layer deeper than that, it also conditions them to think that they have to understand their feelings for them to be valid. This is huge, by the way. Hey, for your feelings to mean something, to be valid, to be okay, you need to understand them. Why are you feeling this way? No. They can feel this way for whatever reason. The message is, it's okay to feel what you're feeling, not why are you feeling it. Now, that can, of course, come after, but not during. No. So she fell into the questions trap, right? And then took it to the next stage, which is usually advice, right? Now, you might think, again, this is more neutral. Questions and advice. It's better than screaming and threats. Sure, but it's also not ideal, right? With the advice, it's like, hey, next time, da-da-da. It reinforces you're dumb. Hey, here's the advice, dummy. You didn't figure this out? Let me help you figure it out, dumb. That's what it communicates. You should have known this. So this is how I personally analyze. And again, I take it to the extreme, but I analyze situations with other parents, like at this birthday party. I analyze even within myself, everything that I'm saying, everything that I'm doing, what is communicating. I'm constantly trying to put myself in my daughter's shoes, seeing things from their perspective. And once more, it's a very limited perspective, different than yours, because they are a child.